Thank you. To give our invocation this morning, the chair recognizes Rabbi Shawn Zevit of Mishkan, Shalom. He is here today as the guest of Councilwoman Cindy Bass. I would ask all guests, visitors, and members to please rise.
Good morning.
Morning.
Shalom, salam, welcome, peace to all of you. Thank you for the honor of being able to stand with you today. These are times in which we really need to stand with each other. Even if we're seated in our hearts and souls, we need to stand with each other. It's an auspicious day in the Jewish calendar. It's actually the new month today, the new month of Kislev, which contains within it the ancient holiday of Hanukkah. And so this month precedes a month that was considered the empty month because there's no holidays. Some of us may be carrying a sense of emptiness ourselves. But this new month, which peaks in the darkest day of the year, is exactly when we light candles for liberation and rededication and freedom from all parts of oppression. So riding the wave of Thanksgiving to be here today, and this confluence in the Jewish calendar is a very, very powerful piece. I want to read a couple of quotes, and then I'm going to end with a melody in honor of recently deceased Jewish artists that I've put to Psalm 77, and I know you'll all join me in the chorus or even lip sync, depending on your own proclivities there. The duo of Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. linked arms and literally walked physically side by side in this world for civil rights. We have on our third floor of our synagogue in Manayunk, Roxborough, a picture of the two of them in their marches, dedicated our third floor to social justice in this world. Our own home at Mishkan, which means a sanctuary of peace, has opened its gates in July to CB Community School, a school for kids in the foster care system, predominantly kids of color. Those 70 kids are now our rental partners and our partners in peace and coexistence that moved in July. We are hugging each other even tighter these days and glad that the graces of the universe have brought us closer together across race and religion and various lines. So Heschel said there is no time for neutrality. And King said the ultimate measure of a person is not where she or he stands in the time of comfort and convenience, but where she or he stands at times of challenge and controversy. These are the times we are being asked to stand for. I was proud, both as the co-chair of the Clergy Caucus of Power with Reverend Mark Tyler of Mother Bethel and our newly appointed Executive Director, Reverend Greg Holston, as of 2 weeks ago of Power, as well as brothers and sisters who are just finishing up at Thomas Paine across the street, taking a stand for Standing Rock, to bring all their regards into this room with us today as well. And we recently released, as the Board of Rabbis of Philadelphia, a statement before Thanksgiving, which I wanted to adapt as part of the prayer here this morning, and then we'll end with the psalm. As Jewish leaders, we strive to teach the values which have sustained our people for centuries, seeing each individual created in God's image, deserving respect, care, and compassion. Liberty and justice for all is a Jewish value. So we focus our hearts, riding on the wave of this Thanksgiving, to take a stand against racism, racist emails, graffiti, assaults that have shaken our own Philadelphia community. Hate has no place in America, least of all in the city of brotherly and sisterly love. As faithful Americans, we are absolutely committed to the safety of all. We Jews treasure freedom and know that hate damages the hater as well as the hated. Our faith has sustained us through centuries of slavery and oppression, discrimination and bigotry. Our gratitude for freedom demands that we stand with others and oppose all who attempt to intimidate or threaten our neighbors. So as we gather on this day, around tables large and small, let us welcome each soul who sits with us as a member of one human family, seeing God in one another. Offering prayers of gratitude in many languages, we lift our voices in thanks for living in this land, in this city of freedom and opportunity. Let us rededicate ourselves as you open this session to preserving the freedoms that sustain us as Americans, saying no to hate and discrimination, and joining with others who, like us, believe that our greatest strength is our diversity. This year, our song is one of hope that we can build a city and a bridge of love between our brothers and our sisters all over the land. And in my heart today, as I address you, I think of the toll booth operator who I passed through the other day. This is a day to lift all our eyes and make connections, to not pass one relational moment and opportunity. And this older African-American woman, as she took my ticket and we had the transactional exchange, I said, "How are you doing today?" She said, "I'm having a hard time. We got to pray." And I said, "Yes, we'll pray, but we're also going to march together and we're going to stand together, because prayers are one thing, but we need action too." And her arm reached out of the toll booth and grabbed mine and would not let go for a whole minute, saying, "Yes, we must do this together. I may never see you again, but you are in my heart from this moment on." And that's the type of work that is ahead of us. So in the memory of Leonard Cohen, who passed recently, and in the words of Psalm 77, I hope you'll join me on the chorus of this to conclude this opening prayer. God, who can be trusted with power and who may act in your place, those with a passion for justice, who speak the truth from their hearts, who have let go of selfish interests and grow beyond their own lives. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Who see the wretched as their family and the poor as their flesh and blood. They alone are impartial and worthy of the people's trust. Their compassion lights up the whole world, and their kindness endures forever. And we sing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Blessed be your work.
Thank you, Rabbi, so much. Councilor Biddies.